And I am raw to the bone. Come on in, y'all. It is Monday. We are off while I'm off. Happy birthday, Martin Luther King. I have a dream. I'm always dreaming. We're not there yet, but we're still trying to get there. All right. So let me start this positive vibes and get us going because you know what I say. It's going to be a good damn day. Step one, wake up, brother, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Hey, wake up, today's gonna be a good day. What? Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Yeah. Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood. Hey, Kwanzaa, hey, Mika. One step at a time. Get your coffee, ladies. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day. Hey, Rochelle. Good morning, y'all. Happy Martin Luther King Day. Yes, wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. 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 Life ain't easy, yo. I think there's a reason, though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Other times I'm barely breathing, yo. You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts, so poison the ride. Hey, head full of flies, so he coming fast. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah. So I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive vibes are overtaken. I got patience. One day at a time, that's how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes what? I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a hey, Billy. Hey, Reginaldo. Hey, wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. 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 Hey. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Hey. Good morning, you guys. Wait, I need to turn my heat off because talking about turning my heat off, right? Talking about turning my heat off. Do I have this right, Aquanda? Right now in Chicago, it is -6 degrees. Is that what you're saying here to me on this chat? That is -6 degrees in Chicago, and you're outside because you had to move your car. See, they need to cancel alternate street parking. Good morning, Nut Nut. They need to cancel alternate side of the street parking. They do. When it's -6 degrees outside, because ain't no the fuck's way. I might weigh my life against a ticket and the cold. I don't know. Listen, it's been cold. It's cold everywhere. I don't know what's going on in the world, but it's even cold in Florida. When I tell you the last 2 weeks, Florida and us have had similar weathers. They have been in the 50s. We have been in the 50s. I don't know who's fucked up. We both fucked up because Florida is too cold and we too warm some days. So now we're getting cold weather and we're sitting here complaining. I'm the one sitting here complaining that it's cold outside. I'm like, oh my God, it's cold outside. It's going to be 0 degrees. It's going to be in the teens. It's going to be frigid. Isn't this what winter is about? Like, we are so fucking spoiled. Okay? Damn peanut. It's cold everywhere. We are so fucking spoiled, right? We have had, when I was growing up, and I never thought, see, I'm my mother's child, and we're all our parents' children, in a way that we start to repeat things that we said we would never say. Like growing up, I said, oh my God, I'm so sick of hearing when I was young. I'm so sick of hearing when I was young. But now I find myself saying it. So when I was young, the fuck? We used to get big mounds of snow. I remember wearing full snowsuits. Like I had the coat, I had the pants. Okay, when I walked to school, I sound like a garbage bag. It was like this all the way down Merrick Boulevard, trying to get to 228th Street to make that right to go to my elementary school. I switched my snow pants legs all the way down. We used to walk to school in mounds of snow. It used to be freezing. All right, I remember one time me and my son was out and the buses stopped running. We got off the train. We had to walk from the Bronx to Mount Vernon. Okay, we were frostbitten. I was fucking crying. He was crying. We were both fucking crying. I was living in Mount Vernon at the time. Okay, we used to be cold. But due to global warming and all this climate changing and all this other shit that's going on, we have been spoiled. Okay, good morning, Cheryl. Good morning, Brandilla. We have been spoiled. We have not been getting the winters of old. Okay, we have been spoiled. So now, because the temperatures are winterish, people like me are complaining. Why is it 10 degrees outside? Because it's supposed to be. It's winter. Yesterday, I had a whole attitude that it was snowing. I was like, what the fuck? Why is it snowing? Because it's winter. But the shit that fucked me up was Saturday night, Miami Dolphins played Kansas City in football, right? I know this because the game was going during the brunch hours of my birthday party. And the TV said the temperature in Missouri was minus 24. I was like, wait, what? They're not canceling the game? The guys was like, no, they're not canceling the game. Why would they cancel the game? They used to this in Missouri. I said, but they playing Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins is from Florida. Do I have that right? I mean, I know it's fucking cold in Florida, but it ain't minus 24 degrees, motherfucker. How did Florida do? They lost. They lost. Good morning, Ron. They lost. Shit. I wouldn't have played. I no damn way. Minus 24 degrees. But forget about the players because they're running around building up adrenaline, building heat. What about the motherfuckers sitting in the stand watching the game at minus 24 degrees? They not human. Listen, I'm not fucking with nobody from Missouri. Anybody that can hang outside for 2-3 hours watching a game at minus 24 degrees, I don't know. I think y'all need a scientific experiment done on your ass. Because what the fuck are y'all doing? Okay? But anyway, y'all, we are here. The weekend is winding down. Today we have off. We celebrate Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. Hopefully everyone here is off today. I know I'm late, but it's a holiday. And you know, I'm recovering. I've been to Jamaica. I had a bomb party. It was a Capricorn takeover for sure. Listen, the bar wasn't ready. Now, the get together was at our neighborhood bar in Jersey City because, you know, I like hanging around in the hood, right? The good food is in the hood. The good energy is in the hood. The good DJs in the hood. We don't always have to go out and have $20 per drink cocktails, right? We could sometimes go to the hood bar and get 2 for 1. Good morning, Ghost, right? And so this is the bar that Nakia part-time bartends at outside of her corporate job. Don't get it twisted. And it's a fun spot, but the bar wasn't ready for us. Okay, I love Cherry's Lounge. Let me just give a little shout out to Cherry's Lounge because I hang out in there pretty often, right? And I'm getting to know the people that hang out in Cherry's, and it's a great vibe, right? But they wasn't ready for the party that held off. Now, Nakia told them it was going to be a Capricorn takeover, but see, they just thought Capricorns was going to be like foo, foo, foo. They just thought motherfuckers was going to be tired because of Christmas and the crowd wasn't going to get pulled. They didn't think we were pulling in thirsty and hungry motherfuckers. But Cherries, we shocked you. So we had a hectic, busy night. So I apologize to anyone that came to my event and your drinks took a little longer than usual and your food took a little longer than usual. That is not normally the environment or temperature of Cherry's Lounge, okay? It is not. But we had a crowd. There were a couple of tables that were popping bottles and the bartenders got busy doing that. And so some of us waited a while for some food and shit and drinks and shit. I didn't even really eat because I couldn't be bothered myself. I was just drinking. I did eat a wing or two from my mama's plate that held me over, but I was good. And I had folks there that made sure that I was good if I wanted to eat. But my adrenaline was going. I had a really good time. So thank you to everyone that came out to celebrate Capricorn takeover season at Cherry's Lounge. I appreciate that shit. All right. It was a good damn time. This birthday don't owe me shit. I'm still going. If people want to take me out to dinner, I'm here. I'm not really a big dinner eater. I like dinner, but it's not like on the top of my list. You know, I like other stuff. I like to go to games. I like to go to plays. I like to go to lounges and listen to music. I like to go sightsee. I like to walk around the city. I want to do stuff like go into the Empire State Building. I like dates like that. I like active participant dates. I like to go and just do interactive stuff, right? I'm not much of going to the movies and sitting down and having dinner. Now I might say during the date I'm hungry, but I'm just saying dinner is not at the top of my list. All right. So I've had a great birthday, but like I said, anybody else want to celebrate me, I'm here. I will continue to celebrate as long as folks are celebrating me. All right. And so with that, today is January 15th, y'all. I'm going to read from the positive vibes of the day. All right. Because we still need those. January 15th, I'm at the point I could just hold this little piece of book up because it's separated from the rest of my book. Help me, Jesus. I'm probably going to need a new one of these soon. January 15th. January is the month of life. All right. January 15th. Life will work for me when I realize when I tell myself the truth, I can trust myself. If your life is a mess, here are a few things you may want to consider cleaning up. 1, are you keeping your agreements? 2, are you doing what you say you will do? Are you telling little fibs to get out of the things you agreed to do? When you do not keep your agreements, then lie to cover them up, you create little messes all over your life. In addition, when you do not keep your agreements, you learn that you cannot be trusted. If you can't trust you, who can you trust? 2, are you overcommitted? That be me, y'all. I be overcommitted. Everybody need this. Everybody need that. I'm pulled here. I'm pulled there. I'm pulled here. Sometimes I can't even focus on my own self. I be mentally drained. Are you overcommitted? Are you agreeing to do more than you can or need to do because you are trying to get people to like you? Are you making commitments so that other people won't be mad at you? When you are overcommitted, it is a sign that there is a deficit of self-value, self-worth, self-esteem. When you don't feel good about yourself, you will continue to do things that will maintain the status quo of not feeling good. When you do not feel good, you make a mess in your life. Overcommitting. I overcommit because I hate to see others in need. That's one of the reasons why I overcommit, right? I'll be knowing that sometimes I'm not able to do something, but I'll try to squeeze it in just to accomplish that task for that person, knowing that I barely got time for myself because I don't like to see other people in need. But sometimes that creates little messes in my life because sometimes that forces me to bench some of the things that I'm in the process of doing, or it takes my focus away from what I'm doing to focus on something else, right? And so I got to do better about overcommitting myself. That's where the no's come in. No, I can't. No, 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 I can't. And you got to take your chance. People going to like you or they're not going to like you, right? People have to respect your limits. 3, are you telling the truth about what you feel, what you know, who you are? Or are you sugarcoating the truth to yourself and others to avoid hurting their feelings and putting yourself on the spot? I used to do that. I didn't always tell the truth about how I felt because, again, I cared more about other people's feelings than my own. But not so much anymore. I just watch the way I deliver it, right? I try to be as honest with people as I possibly can be, with love, right? I'm not the person that likes to go around hurt people's feelings. If I hurt your feelings, it's with love. I didn't mean to, right? Sometimes the truth hurts, and sometimes it's hard to receive the truth, right? But I try to be as honest as I can be. When you do not tell the truth, you are enslaved by a lie. Baby, there's a message for some of y'all motherfuckers on here and some of y'all that's not on here but listening. When you do not tell the truth, you are enslaved by a lie. The lie controls your life. The lie determines what you do, how you do it, and what you receive as a result. When you are a slave to a lie, you eventually become the very one who keeps the master alive. Ghost, I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be petty. I'm just being honest. For those that are not on here but listening. With love. Because I'm for the betterment of growth, not for staying the same in the toxic. Until today, you may not have realized how the mess in your life got started or how to clean it up. So many people, on this Coffee with Friends here show, because I love y'all. Let me read that fucking sentence again. Until today, you may not have realized how the mess in your life got started. You know, when your life is messy and you sitting under a pile of shit, you continuing to lie or fabricate shit. You got to sit there sometime under that pile of shit and go, how the fuck do I clean this shit up? Just for today, for all those listening with the little messes in their life. Just for today, be devoted to examining, acknowledging, and cleaning up the little things that create such a mess in your mind and in your life. If you find yourself in that situation, sit down. You are not in a position to date. You are not in the position to be overcommitting yourself. You're not in a position to do nothing else but sit down underneath that pile of shit of yours, that mess, and clean it up. Today, I am devoted to cleaning up my mess. Who in here is devoted to cleaning up their mess? I just want to know. Who in here is devoted to cleaning up their mess? Because just because you're here, just because we talk about it, does not mean that you're devoted to cleaning up your mess. I know people that I have talked to for years. They don't hang in my circle, because if you are a fabricator, a liar, or something of that nature, and I'm constantly pulling you to the carpet and you're not grasping on. I'm tired. Like there's a couple of people that I've met in these last 2 years that I've been amazed. Right? I've had people tell like I know I'm gonna get in trouble right now, but I'm not gonna mention no names, right? But this is true. God forgive me, but this is true. Like people be mad at me because I be telling the truth. Let me get my fan. Because you know what we talking about today, right? The last time we had coffee with friends, right? We talked about what are some red flags you see in other people. But today we talking about what are some of the red flags you see in yourself. Ooh, I stared at myself in the mirror and I said, ooh, what red flags do you have, Robin? Oh, I'm still thinking about it. Let me go get my fan because y'all not ready for today's topic. Because so I'm gonna get in trouble. I know I am because, but you know, I have met a lot of interesting people in my life, and I'm still meeting a lot of interesting people in my life. Good morning, Valerie. Oh my God, Valerie, I gotta call you. I gotta call you. I gotta call you. I just thought about something. I gotta fucking call you, bitch. I have met a lot of interesting characters in my life. And the one thing about me is my life could be great. My life could be fucked up. The one thing about me is I'm not going to lie about the position I'm in my life. I remember years ago when I was living in Mount Vernon and I was having a conversation with my cousin, true story. And my cousin happened to ask me how much money I made at the time. We were talking about salaries and shit like that. Now, this was in Mount Vernon. My son was 14 years old, maybe about that time, 14 or so years old. And I remember telling my cousin how much I made. At that point, it was a substantial salary. You know, it was up there. She, okay, went and told my other cousin, oh, Robin told me she made this much money. They had this little chatter between themselves. But the cousin that I told this to, she tried to say I was lying. Yeah. You see, the one thing about me, if I confide in you how much I make, why would I lie about that? So when my other cousin called me and was like, oh, I heard you and so-and-so had a conversation, she was like, she don't really make that much money. How could she possibly make that much money? Why? I don't look like I have the potential to make a lot of money. The family will do it to you all the time. So I pulled out my pay stub. Shut motherfuckers up. Here you go. That's my pay stub. And I don't get paid overtime. Not in my profession. So what you see is my salary. Okay? Whether I work a whole 40 hours or don't, that's what the fuck my check is going to look like. It shut them up. Right? This is because people go around lying so much about their financial position, about, what they do for a living, their relationship status, that people don't trust each other. Right? I know a person in real life, another person that lies all the time. This person, oh my God, I'm going to get myself in trouble, doesn't even have a place to live. Oh, I got another story. Doesn't even have a place to live. Okay? But fabricates all of these things. Oh, I got this and I work and I do this. I know for sure this person is homeless. I know for sure this person don't work. I know for sure this person is sleeping on the street. But they post and fabricate, I'm living here, I'm doing this, I got money, I got this. And I'm like, damn it. Like, people forget the lies that they tell and the people that know them in real life. And I be looking at the post going, oh my God, do they know that people know them for real and really know that they fucking lying? And for a long period of time, I laughed at the stories when this person would post on social media about being at work and I know that they sleeping on the train. I was like, why do people fabricate such truths, create these messes in their life, right? Show up to events where people are paying for their plates and this person, because they lied and created little messes in their life, couldn't afford to pay for their dinner, but showed up creating little messes. I know people like that in real life that walk around untrustworthy. And I don't understand it. I believe it's a sickness. Because you can't. What this say? You can't. So today's topic is, what are some red flags you see in yourself? See, last week we talked about red flags you see in other people. We are so good at pointing out the red flags we see in other people. I had to sit down to myself and say to myself the other day, Robin, you always talking about the red flags you see in other people. What about the red flags you see in yourself? And I'm still sitting here like, I know I got some. So what do I want to do today on the show? For those that know each other on the show, if you can't think of red flags within yourself, let's go around and ask people on the show, if you know each other personally, what red flag they personally see in you. See, this is all in development, growth, right? Dealing with the truth and mentoring. Like, let's take a moment and mentor each other and tell each other what we see. Like, I know a couple of people on here personally, even people that don't know me personally. Michael Robinson, you see me on YouTube. You see me on, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, whatever. Based on what you see, let's start talking about red flags you think we see in each other. All right. And red flags you see in yourself. Because, see, this is a part of the healing journey for me. I've been working on myself for 3+ years. Okay. And I'm going to tell you no lie, I have grown so much. Okay. I have grown so much, literally sitting on the beach in Jamaica, and that man came over to me and told me to turn my music down. The old Raw would have been like, get the fuck out of my face. But the new Raw counted back from 10. And I said, you know what? I'm not sitting there. I'm sitting in somebody else's chair section. My music is going off back there. Let me just go turn the music off while I'm sitting at somebody else's seat, listening to their music, right? That's the new evolved in me. Because the old me would have been like, get the fuck up out of here. I paid to be here. The fuck is wrong with you? Go to fucking sleep in your room. Red flag, my mouth. I worked on myself. My mouth is not as flippant as it used to be, because I have this thing where I try to count back in my head before I go to fuck off. I've been working on myself. Brandilla said, liars have shaped my consciousness of my integrity and my reputation. I have some vicious liars in my family. I hear the way people talk about them. I would never want to be spoken about that way. Liars have shaped my consciousness of my integrity and my reputation. Whoa. Go ahead, Brandilla. Go ahead. One of my cousins, if anyone repeats something he said, they say, well, Bob said that, so I don't know if it's true. I would never want anyone to talk behind me that way. Right? How many people in here want to be the person talked about behind the scenes like, I don't know if what they said was true. I don't know if what they said was true. There are a population of people that I know that I don't give a fuck what they say coming out their mouth. I don't believe it. I always have a big question mark about whether it's the fuck. Like it once you a liar, it take a while for me to be like, what? You got to be showing and proving. And it's got to be over a period of time before I could believe anything you say. Right? Because there's a population of people, some of these people that I just gave examples of, that say shit, and I'll be like, Let me tell you something. You know how many years it took me to believe my own child? Now, I love my child. I will cut somebody over my child. I'm the only one that can say what I say about my child. That's how I said what I said, and that's how I feel. If other people have something to say about my child, keep it away from my ears. Keep it away from my ears, okay? But my little motherfucker used to lie. That little motherfucker used to lie, 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 lie. I used to be like, oh my God. Like, I didn't believe shit he said. Nothing. He could open his mouth and be like, I just went to the toilet, the bathroom. If I didn't hear the toilet flush, I'd be like, lies. You're a liar. Everything you say is a lie. Okay? It took years for my son to clean up that pile of shit. Even when he said it was clean, I was still side-eyeing him like, you sure you're not lying? You sure you're not lying? You know how I began to trust again? The proof in his life. Stop talking, Roundtree. Just show me. I call my son by his last name. Stop talking, Roundtree. Just show me. He showed me. He continues to show me. Right? When I ask him to do something, he either says he could do it or he can't. And when he says he could do it, he does it. Over time, cleaning up those little messes, stepping into the room, being accountable, knowing that you're a liar and you need to change your ways. Red flag. It doesn't mean you can't change. What are some of the red flags you see in yourself? Nobody has red flags that they see within themselves. I got one. I think this is a red flag. I mean, I don't know. I'm having a hard time putting it in words. What is a red flag about me? Um, I don't know. How about this? I'm struggling to try to identify what a red flag is in myself. And I know it's there. I know it's there. But for those that know me, have met me, what do y'all think some of my red flags are? This will be interesting. Brandilla said, I think I have yellow flags at most. Okay, yellow flags. Okay, what would a yellow flag be considered? I know those are like warning flags, but what, I mean, I want to say I get bored easy. Right? Like with relationships. Like I don't know if it's bored or it's weird. I can't put my finger on it, right? I'm still trying to put it in words, right? Damn it. I wish somebody to come on here that know me. That know me. Right? Because I don't know. Any of y'all see any red flags in me that you could come up with? And nobody on here got any red flags that y'all could think about? What are my red flags? I don't know. This ain't good, y'all. Do we think it's important that we know our own red flags? And nobody on here is saying I have a red flag. So, I mean, and nobody else is on here calling out their own red flags. So, I'm going to go ahead from the girl next door. From the girl next door. Well, you know what? I'm gonna say one of my red flags is I overcommit. We talked about that earlier, right? I overcommit and I overexhaust myself, and then I get cranky and I lose patience and I might start blaming other people for not helping me. That's kind of like a red flag because I know that I get very frustrated because I take on so much. And then when I see people around me that are close to me or whatever, I be irritated that they're sitting down, relaxing. I'm like, and you know, and a couple of people have said it to me. They be like, well, Robin, sometimes you need to say no. Sometimes you need to sit the fuck down. Sometimes you just need to stop accepting and saying yes. And I'm like, you right. You right. You right. So I bite off more than I can chew. That is a red flag. That could cause issues with my friendships, right? Because then I get impatient. It could cause issues with my relationships because then I want them to step in and help. And they probably like, bitch, why you take up all of that? Right? I'm a very busy bee. And I look at people and I automatically start to blame them if they're in my circle and they're not helping me. Right? That's a red flag because, you know, they didn't ask for that. Okay. Val said, I think I do get bored easily in relationships. That is a red flag, I think, for me. I'm having a hard time really elaborating on that. But I do I think for me, like, I don't jump into full-blown committed, anymore. Full-blown committed relationships anymore. I used to jump into them really fast. If you look good, the dick is good, everything good, we get together, you my man. But I don't do that no more. I'm trying to teach myself time, patience, understanding, building a relationship with somebody, and making sure that the representation is consistent throughout the relationship. And those things take time, right? But for me, because I've never taken that much time in relationships in the past, I would normally, if I liked you and we got together and the vibe was good, we would get together, right? But I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not rushing into no relationships. I need to make sure because this next relationship, I'm not rushing down the aisle to get married or anything like that because the man that claims me in a full committed, full blown, outright relationship where I'm embedded in the family and we doing shit together and we just a couple. We talking about making future moves together. That takes me time to build into, right? It does. It takes me time to build into. And a part of me tries to rush it, and the other part of me be like, don't rush that shit, right? Because I want to make sure that the representation shows up. But the scary part is in the process of it all, I get bored. Because I don't know because. It's just because. Let me go up. Brandilla said, I can be distant at times. When you say you could be distant at times, Brandilla, what do you mean you could be distant at times? What are some of the things you do that shows that you're distant? Right? Because we don't talk about what our own red flags are. We need to do that because when other people say, these are your red flags, we need to know if they match. If we understand what our red flags are, then we know what we need to work on. Right? We shouldn't need other people to constantly come and tell us that we have red flags. I don't know, Ron. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay. Everybody give the thumbs up. Thank you. Brandilla said, I used to have to go to St. Louis twice a year for work. I always hope I never got caught in a snowstorm. Thankfully, I never did. Oh, that was back to the cold weather. Peanut said, I think one of my red flags is I hold grudges for a while and I can get pretty petty if I feel can. Oh, wait, and I have a very short temper and I get irritated by just a person being in my circle. You know what, Nut Nut? Nail on the head. I don't even know you that long, but I see this. And you know what? I'm so proud of you for recognizing that red flag in yourself, because I always say other people can recognize red flags in you. We talked about that last week and y'all were coming at it. Here's a red flag, here's a red flag. But now today, I'm asking, what are your red flags? What are the red flags you see in yourself? And this cricket slow coming. Slow coming with the comments, because now y'all can't figure out what red flags you see in yourself, but you quick to talk about red flags you see in other people. All right, Nut, I can see this. And the mere fact that you see it tells me that there's work to be done and you got this under control because you recognize the red flag. So now the next step is to do the work. Cheryl Lee said, my red flag I've been dealing with is trying to fix people I love. That used to be a red flag of mine. I am no longer Build-A-Bear. No. I help people. Listen, my circle of life, right? If I help you, that means that I'm in a circle of life. I'm in a village. We're helping each other. It doesn't mean that you give me a t-shirt, I give you a t-shirt or whatever, but reciprocity. I'm no longer fixing people that are fucked up. People that need to learn how to do the work to fix themselves. I will be there to support you. But Cheryl, that used to be my thing. I used to be Build-A-Bear with some of these motherfuckers, friends, relationships, everything. I think I could help fix motherfuckers. But because in the process of helping to fix them motherfuckers, I was breaking myself. And them motherfuckers are still broken. So no. That's a red flag, Cheryl Lee. And you know what? This only depletes your energy, your emotions from yourself. This only depletes you, right? Because we can't fix people. People have to fix themselves. We can't fix people. Val said, yes, trying to fix people or thinking I can fix them. Okay? We think that we can fix people. What else is a red flag? Nut said, on another big one for me is I don't trust easily. I don't give people the benefit of the doubt. You have to earn my trust. You don't just get it from me. Same for respect. Okay. Is that a red flag though? Do y'all think that's a red flag? I don't know if that's a red flag. I could be wrong. But Nut, I understand this. That comes from being let down, being lied to, not being supported, right? Because I don't trust a lot of motherfuckers either. When people say they're going to do something, I'll be like, okay, when they do it. You know, just like my birthday party, right? I invite people out. I used to get upset when my close friends or people that stayed in my close friends didn't come and celebrate me or whatever, right? But now I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Right? And it used to hurt me, right? Because I was always the person that went out and celebrated other people. There was a time in my life when people were giving events, I was always a part of those events. But then my life started lifing. And people in my life didn't understand that my life started lifing, and they would get mad at me because I didn't have the time for them. And then when I started to evolve and just take chunks and focus completely on myself, my life started to evolve in a different direction, right? And then I stopped going to all the events that I used to go to. I stopped doing things because my life got hectic. And that's when clarity came to me, right? Because I was so busy just going and doing and going and doing, I couldn't see. It wasn't clear enough for me to see whether things were reciprocal. Okay? And what I've learned is that when it comes to when I give events or I'm giving, trips or whatever the case may be, some of the people that I have rocked out with for so many years and have supported them for so many years, they don't even show up, right? So I think, we learn to accept certain things. And I don't think the way I move now, like the way I move now when I invite people to parties, I just post it up. I be like, you coming, you're not. And some people be like, oh, she's kind of bitchy with it, or she's being a bitch. But no, I'm no longer getting upset when people don't show up, right? Certain things is like Brandilla said, certain things is a trauma response. Nut. And I think you not trusting easily is a trauma response from so many people letting you down. I get it. Motherfuckers have let me down all over the place. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. You know what? Now I don't have a dependency on those people to make or break whatever it is I'm doing. Right? Where does this come from, Nut? This sounds like abandonment issues, shit that happened along your life. I get it. Ron, I don't know. I don't know, Ron. That's the thing. I don't know. You get bored. Is that good or bad? I get bored because I feel like this. And I said this to my girlfriend recently. Do people see me? Right? I find myself asking this question often. Do people see me? What do I mean by that? Right? If you are a man, right, and you're trying to date me or you're interested in me, do you see me? I post so much. I live my life so out loud, right? Do you see me? So when I say I get bored because the amount of energy that I have and the amount of things that I'm doing and the things that I indulge in, if I get into a relationship and they're just not onboarding with that energy and what I got going on, I might get bored after a while. And it doesn't mean that you have to be a part of all of my functions or whatever it needs, but I'm very, I don't want to use the word needy. I don't want to use that because that is something that my ex used to say to me. You're very needy. You're needy. You're needy. You're needy. You're needy. You're needy. And I'm not needy. I am far from needy. But I have certain requirements of things that I want in a relationship. And one is I value and I need. I want, I value, and need emotional availability. I need it. Right? And if I don't have emotional availability, I might get bored. Right? That is, emotional availability is someone that can understand and hear me out and rock with me through all my emotional roller coasters, can listen to me talk without attacking me, allowing me to be vulnerable in their space without making me feel less than or like shit. I'll get bored. I'll get bored. Or one of the things, when I started dating that I get bored with is don't text me and never take me out on a date. Like I remember there's one guy, he wanted to take me out on a date. He picked a date that he was going to take me out and he changed the date like 3 days before the date. Oh, I have something to do. Okay. I never answered a text after that. Some people would be like, oh, you're a bitch. No, my boundaries are in place. I am learning to put my boundaries in place. If you make a date with me 3 weeks in advance, and then 2 days or 3 days before the date, you tell me something come up, I never answered the text again. My boundaries are in place. Mean what the fuck you say what you mean. To me, that was a red flag. To me, I already knew that I was going to get bored in that shit. To me, I already knew that this was somebody I couldn't rely on. And 3, I'm still working on myself, on my abandonment issues, okay? And so, no, that was a trigger for me. And so I'm responsible for my triggers, so I don't... I ghosted him. Okay? And I had peace. I didn't stress over it. Nothing. I wasn't upset about it. They just texted me the other day. If I show you the stream, I don't even respond. I'm about to block them. Stop texting me. Happy New Year, happy birthday. I don't care. I don't even know you. Brandilla said, during the round of being single, I wasn't rushing into relationships. The guy I'm with now pushed for exclusivity and getting closer. I liked the pressure, so I gave in. He's killing me slowly now. I like it. I love that for you, Brandilla. But Brandilla, you were single for a little while. You did work on yourself. You know, I'm a witness to that. And I'm so happy that this shit is happening for you. I am, baby. Cheryl said, that's because your question's making a motherfucker think. Me. Baby, when I asked myself this question 2 days ago, Cheryl, I was like, bitch, what the fuck are your red flags? Because I know if I ask other people, they'll be like, this. They probably give me like 5 right off the bat. These are your 5 red flags. How come I'm struggling to figure out my own red flags? Maybe if we worked on that, and we identified our red flags and we worked on them, maybe we could get them flags to go green before we get into a relationship. What the fuck? Brandilla said, I have strong feelings for him. He's wonderful in a lot of ways, but very toxic and emotionally immature in a lot of other ways. See, that sounds like my ex. God damn it. Listen, I cannot do the emotional immature. I need you to be See, I can't. See, that's fixing people. I pray for you, Brandilla. I pray for you, Brandilla, because I'm going to tell you no lie. That sound like my ex. He was so sweet in so many other ways. And when we were happy, we were fucking happy. We were happy. We did a lot of things together. I mean, he did everything I was interested in. We would go sit in the park. This motherfucker used to come up with dates that blew my mind. Simple shit. He'd be like, he wouldn't tell me. He'd be like, oh, we're going to go hang out today. This motherfucker would pack a knapsack, a blanket, a radio, some food, whatever the fuck. We would get on the bus, the train, hop down to the city because we drive. But when you go to the city, you know, hop on a bus, a train, go to the city, go to Brooklyn Park where they're ice skating, roller skating, a big old lake. We walk around, we find a nice big old grassy space. He would open up his knapsack and pull all this shit out. I'd be like, what? And we would just chill there, listening to music. That's shit that I like. He was beautiful in those ways. But baby, toxic, emotionally immature, and emotionally unavailable. And so when it came to the emotional roller coasters of my life, I was by myself. I was alone because when I tried to engage him in the things that was going on with me, it was toxic. It became more hectic and it stressed me the fuck out even more. And so I had to decide, do I continue to just want to laugh and play at the picnic in the park? Or do I need someone that's going to be there for me emotionally when it matters? And I made a choice. That emotionally unavailable shit was breaking me. It was mentally breaking me. 7 years of it. No. I made a choice for myself, for my mental stability. Everything else was beautiful, but Ron said all of us have issues and need help. Facts. Okay, I've learned to accept people as they are and work on me. Come on, Ron. Come on, Ron. Recognizing that we all have issues and we all need help. I love it. Because some motherfuckers think they perfect. They think they got it all together. They think, you know, We all have issues and all need help. I agree with that. Ryan said, girl, people see you. How can we not? Ron, wait a minute. But I mean, see me, Ron. See me past the sensuality. You know what I'm saying? I mean, see me, right? I know that I give off this sensual, good morning, Michelle, this sensual energy, right? But if you were the man that was stepping out and was interested in me, do you really see me? Right? Or do you get with me and then you act confused of the things that I want, the things that I desire, and how my lifestyle is? Like, see me. Like, I find that some men they step into the room and they want to take me out, but they don't see me. Like, I had one guy ask me out on a date, and he called me constantly trying to figure out what I wanted, what are some of the things I'd like to do on a date. One of the big turnoffs for me is, and I don't think this is a red flag, but this is a big turnoff for me. If a guy asks me out on a date and then he asked me to pick the place, I ain't gonna pick the place, and I'm not going on a date with you. I'm not. Now, if it's the third date, the fourth date, the fifth date, then yes, I will pick the place and do whatever. I might even ask you to dinner and pay for it, right? But on the first date, if you're trying to take me out, there's been a couple of guys that I have never gone out on a date with that has asked me to go out on a date, and I never went because they asked me, pick the place. They be like, pick the place, I'll meet you there. Or wherever you want to go, I got it. You'll never get a date with me like that. Right? And these guys, and I'll never say to them, you messed up because you told me to pick the place. I'm not here to teach you. I am not here to teach you how to court me. Do you see me? Do I look like you should be calling me and asking me to pick a place and you gonna meet me there? Am I the nigga or are you? This is a first date. I pick the place and I'll meet you there. No. Let me offer to meet you there if you offer to pick me up. Okay? That's me. I'm not saying every woman is like that, but that's me. Right? And so there's been a couple of men that probably are decent guys that I would never know are decent because I'm not going once that happens. So see beyond my sensuality, right? Listen to me. I talk so much. I live my life out loud. I feel like when men want to date me, they should know how they need to approach me. So no, that's an issue for me. I will not. So that's what I mean, Ron, when I say, do they see me? Okay. Cena, you talking about the party? Baby, you already told me. I already knew that it was 50-50 or a little less that you might come or might not. You communicated that to me. So I'm not holding anything against anybody who didn't show up. Let me just put that out there right now. I love y'all. I'm just saying I see it. That's all. I'm just saying I see it. But Cena, in your case, you actually did reach out to me and you told me that you might not make it because I know you live far. All right. So that's not, to me, you live like over an hour and a half away. So I'm not, baby. Listen, your complex got a pool. Owe me in the summer. Invite me over. I'll bring my bathing suit. I'm not mad at that. Okay. Okay. So, Cena, I love you and I appreciate you. And I know you would have came to hang out. We've hung out plenty of times before. So, that's all right. At least you communicated. Sharon Lee said, yes, Roy, sometimes I don't want to do the self-awareness work. Having to deal with your emotions, strengths, and weaknesses can hurt. Baby. It can. It can. Brandilla said, he's got that Jekyll and Hyde thing. He wants to be very close all the time. If he feels I'm a little late getting with him, he goes ballistic. I've never seen anything like it. Girl, you know what you're sitting here doing right now, Brandilla? You are calling out all of his red flags. You said he's emotionally immature. Red flag. He has Jekyll and Hyde thing. Red flag. He wants to be very, very close all the time. Red flag. If you're a little late, he goes ballistic. Red flag. Oh God, Brandilla, you got blaring red flags all over the place with this relationship. See, this is where we're supposed to be evolving and healing, Brandilla. We're supposed to be evolving and healing. We're supposed to be staying away from relationships like that. We're supposed to be learning and growing and learning how to recognize red flags before we get into these relationships. Because if you stay and you get into a relationship with this person, y'all live together, get married or whatever, and then the relationship is trash, then you are just as accountable for the relationship being trash because we ignore the red flags. Now, Brandilla, all this work we've been doing on this show, that listen, I love you, boo. Run. Damaris, yeah! Damaris, I'm still recovering. I'm too old for this shit. Listen, y'all, a time was motherfucking had Saturday. A time was motherfucking had Saturday. Listen, I was so fucked up drunk. I left my son at the party. All I know is that he was ordering wings, Damaris. And I was like, I gotta go, I'm drunk. I couldn't, listen, I had them high heel shoes on, right? And I was like, I need to put my flats on. And Jerry was like, put your flats on. I was like, if I put my flats on, I'm going to be real short. He was like, just put your flats on. And baby, I put my flats on. I shrunk down real small. I was fucked up, y'all. I don't remember climbing up in the truck. I don't remember exactly. I do remember pulling up at the house. I was tipsy, y'all. It was a good time, right? And then my legs was on fire, Damaris. And I got told, well, that's because you and Damaris wouldn't stop dancing. I was like, oh. Because, I dropped it like it was hot several times. And my legs are like, bitch. But Daquan rubbed the fuck out of me. Let me tell y'all something. I know I'm switching subjects, but just go with me. I have my 90-minute, I got my coochie waxed on, yes, I'm on YouTube. People on here on YouTube, Michelle. I got my coochie waxed on Sunday. And right after my coochie waxing, and I just love Asia, the way she waxed me. See, my regular coochie waxer is on maternity leave. But this new coochie waxer that I've been using, well, she's not new. I get her when my original coochie waxer is out. But I think I'm gonna switch to this other coochie waxer because when she waxes, she go all the way up the crack of my butt, like to the very top of my butt. And when she does the crack of your butt, when she waxes the crack of your butt, your legs are in the air like this. And she tells you to hold your ass cheeks open. So I had to hold my ass cheeks open with my legs in the air, And she put that fucking wax from my cooter to the back of my ass, like up to the last crack point. And she pulled that strip. Oh my God. It felt so fucking good. It was clean. Then she told me, open my legs, butterfly my legs. Cause we got to sit like this, butterfly my legs. Then she went in on my coochie, real intimate, real close like this, picking out the ingrown hairs. Cause I'm black and I got curly hair. My hair's on my cootie cat curl in and give me ingrown hairs. Okay. Don't start. Y'all know how the cootie cat works. Okay. And she in there picking out the ingrown hairs. I love it. She was like, oh, there's one in here that's not ready to be picked out yet. I said, I know. I always get ingrown hairs. That's why I'm waxing now. She was like, yeah, you won't get as many as when you shave, but you still will get because your hair's curly. So I'm just saying, the fuck, it felt good. Then I scurried next door to Daquan. Daquan's voice is so fucking deep. When he come and get me from the waiting room, he'd be like, Robin, you ready? I'd be like, oh, mm-hmm. I get in the room, he'd be like, how you doing today? You good? Everything the same? Okay. I was like, then when he goes to rub me, because you know, I take everything off except my panties, and I put my panties in the crack of my ass because I need you to rub my ass cheeks too. Okay? I need you to know you could touch all of this, okay? Except my cootie cat. Just touch it. Everything else but that. Okay? And so he rubbing me, and I told y'all, like, he be moaning and shit. He be like, let's breathe together. It be so sensual. And so I told him I was broken because I just had a party and I just came from Jamaica. And when he got to my lower back, he moaned real loud. And I was like, ugh, because it hurt. And he was like, uh-huh. And when he pulled my leg out and bent it, it hurt. He said, oh, your sciatica nerve. He was like, next time we going to start at your feet. He was like, make sure you book your next appointment because my schedule is getting hectic. I said, Daquan, I am booked 4 or 5 months in advance. I don't fucks around with this massage, okay? He started laughing. 90 minutes with Daquan will get your ass the fuck right, okay? I'm just saying. Anybody want a reference, you know, go to Daquan and get rubbed up? Let me know. Listen, Cena, I will come there and be nice. Maybe. You know. Old people like a little jazzing up too. Okay. Brandilla said, I know. That's why I'm saying I also recognize I'm not ready to break up. I'm breaking up with him mentally. I know that bad side is not for me. The good side is so good though. That's what's holding. That's what held me 7 years. And that's what held me 20 years with that fuck boy. Nuh-uh. You know, it's almost like the abused, it's like an abused syndrome, okay? Something is fucked up in us. And I'm just being honest, right? Because we hold on to the good, even when there's so much bad that we see. And I'm saying we, Brandilla, because I've been there, okay? We hold on to the good because it feels so good. That's like a child who still loves their parents when their parents abuse them. Right? But then their parents take them out and buy them ice cream and shit. And then they love up on their parents. And other parents and other people are looking and going, oh my God, he or she abuses their children, but their children still love them. Because when it's good, it's so good. But when it's bad. Right? And we accept the bad because for those moments of good. I ain't doing that shit no more. I'm not doing that shit no more. Fuck that. Because I'm telling you, I've done it throughout the courses of my relationships. The good be so good, but the bad be fucked up. And in my head, I'll be like, let's just get back past the bad and back to the good. And then for months, we'll be good. Oh yeah, this feel good. But then when the bad comes, it's real fucking bad. And I tell you that after 7 years being in a relationship like that, where the good was so good and the bad was so bad, it fucked me up mentally. Right? Because it's like a roller coaster ride. You like going up, you got the adrenaline, right? You got the adrenaline going up and then boom, here you coming down. And then there you go around a curve and there you go again. And then it feels good again. And then there you go again. You feel bad. It's a roller coaster ride from fucking hell. Get off that ride. Do I leave? No, but damn it. But this mother, he rubbed me. Listen, I make my appointment. Listen, if he quit, because I was heartbroken over Bruce, and then when they gave me the black lady, she just rubbed lotion on the skin. I do not like, But Daquan, if he quit, I'm fucking quitting Massage Envy. They could just leave me alone. All right. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell Daquan, if he decides to quit and get his own massage company or whatever the fuck they do, please call me because I'm going with him. Or if he does house calls, you can come to my house with your massage table and massage me in my damn living room. I'm just saying. Brandilla, because you know where we come from. You and I kind of exited our relationships around the same similar time. Okay? And I know what you've been through. And you know what I've been through. Don't repeat it. Don't repeat it, Brandilla. Right? Because sometimes, that little bit of good is no difference than staying with somebody because their dick is good. Right? The dick be so good, we don't want to give that person up. Okay? But ultimately, we know they're not good for us. We got to feed the other aspects of our mental, right? We can't just live on the physical adrenaline that these relationships give us. We got to figure out what our core values are and if these people are checking the box. And for me, mentally, you have to stimulate me in a healthy way. If you are stressing me out mentally, if you are mentally immature, I cannot be with you. I cannot be with you. And I don't care how good looking you are. I don't care how good you eat the box. I don't care how good you fucks me. I don't care. For me, my mental is the number one most important thing. Because I'm going to tell you no lie, I can get dick anytime I want it. Anybody can. I feel like that when these women be like, I can't get dick. What you say? You're lying. You just don't want the dick that's coming to you. But everybody can get a little bit of dicky every now and again. That ain't shit. Okay? Now, I don't know about the men getting pussy, but unless they pay for it. But women, 9 times out of 10, these women could go out there and get dick. Okay? And so dick for me is not, that's why I be like, don't come for my coochie because I can get the dick. That ain't nothing. Right? You got to feed me mentally. I got to be mentally comfortable. If it ain't here, we not here. Can't be. I know, Shirley, the only thing is I don't be wanting to get them in trouble, but next time Daquan massages me, I'm going to be like, Daquan, listen, I think you should give me your business number in case you leave Massage Envy and I can follow you because no, I'm not losing another masseuse. Okay? I mean, he probably already be like, because I come in there, I strip all the way down to the panty. Rub me. Okay? All right, Brandilla, you're not going to let this one go 6 years. Okay? Okay? Time flies by fairly quickly. I'm just saying, sometimes we get caught up in the good. All right? And then sometimes we get caught up in what's going on social media. So we force ourselves into relationships, into situations, ignoring the red flags. So let me tell you how watching other people can affect you. This is from The Girls Next Door. I told y'all need to get this book. I did put it in Discord, okay? From The Girls Next Door. I'm my own competition. You know that feeling? You're pretty. You're pretty content with your life. Maybe you are single or in a relationship. You may have your dream job or at least the job that pays the bills. Maybe you get to travel to your local beach or maybe around the world. Whatever your situation is, you're feeling good about your life. Then that thing called social media happens. You start scrolling and your contentness disappears, giving way to dissatisfied feelings or maybe even depressed feelings. You've suddenly gone from happy to being alive to unhappy and ungrateful for everything you have in life. Your emotions have done an about face because you've begun to compare yourself to others. People stay in relationships just so that they could post couple, that they're in a coupled situation, just so that they can compete with what's going on in social media, but yet you're not getting what you need from that relationship. Time to speak the truth. You are just living your best single life, living well with enough money to pay the bills and even save a little. Then you read about the proposal, the one you always secretly dreamed of. That couple just looks so happy. Their relationship could be a fairy tale movie. Did he really just buy her a new car? Oh shit, he bought her a Range Rover. Some dudes won't even volunteer to take their girls' cars to the car wash. You just don't know where these chicks on social media are finding guys that are so in love with them and buy them cars. Here you are just sitting pretty and sitting single on your way to your third wedding of the year. You keep catching the damn bouquet, but still can't find the one. Who's your best relationship been with? You are your favorite bottle of wine. That's who. And let's not even talk about all those Instagram pages that post the cutest babies. All you can think about is who will be the father of my baby? Oh, and what about all these self-made millionaires? I can barely afford my monthly gym payments. I just don't get it. What am I doing wrong? Now what? Being in this space is not fun. Actually, it's draining. This space will have you confused about what you really want or what you think you may want based on what you see on social media. Unfortunately, everything that glitters is not gold. Social media is not as real as it appears. I am not saying everyone is lying because some people's truth is what you see. However, I will say there are a lot of liars out there. It's not your job to determine who may be lying or telling the truth. But it is your job to realize what you want your truth to be. If they deleted all social media tomorrow, would you still want the things you think you want? Would certain things still be important to you? Let's be honest. There are people out there who wouldn't be nearly as excited about the places they go or the things they have if they couldn't post about it all on social media. Take a moment to figure out what you genuinely want, not the person you identify yourself as on social media. When you get to the point where you're comparing your life to the lives of others on social media, you're left with three choices. You could take a break from social media and focus on yourself, use social media as a motivation, or continue to be miserable. Go time. Being miserable is not an option. I hate that I even had to mention it. However, the reality is that many people choose to take the option every day. Stop allowing yourself to get caught up in someone else's reality. Create your own reality and fall in love with the reality you create. What is meant for you will happen for you. When you become overly invested in someone else's life through social media, you need to take a break from it for the sake of your own sanity. The time and energy you're putting into scrolling your timeline is the same time and energy that you could be putting into setting and accomplishing your life goals. Working on that $1 million business plan, working on becoming a person who is mentally and emotionally ready for a relationship, working on being a better than who you were last year. Compete with yourself. When you compete with yourself, you're guaranteed to win. Comparison is the thief of joy, and you should never allow anyone or anything to steal your joy. Sometimes, we stay in relationships because we've communicated that we're in a relationship on social media. We've posted cute pictures. And now how do we tell the world that our relationship is over? Baby, when I separated from my ex, we took pictures all the time and posted on social media, which is why my social media looks the way it does now. Y'all can't tell if I'm dating, if I'm not, if I'm retarded, if I'm not, because I just be all over the place. But you can't tell. You can't tell that if I'm in a relationship or not, right? Because I just be minding my business on social. I don't put everything up there. I just put what I want y'all to see up there, right? And so I live my life pretty much out loud, but there is private parts of my life that I do not put on social media because, I'm not trying to create a facade. Okay, the life that I'm living that I expose on social media is truly my life that I live, right? But when it comes to relationships, I'm cautious about that at this point because my last relationship, we posted on social media a lot together as a couple. As soon as those pictures stopped coming, Now I'm in the process of healing, crying my little heartbroken, weepy tears out, trying to get over this relationship, right? Because even though I wanted to be out of a relationship, it still hurt. I still cried. The fuck? Just because a relationship is over don't mean that you don't go through a mourning period. And I did. I went through a mourning period. And so during that mourning period, some of my friends were so disrespectful and so ratchet. Yep, some of y'all out here in social media world. But it's not y'all fault completely, because social media subconsciously has created nosy motherfuckers, right? And it's not their fault, because I put my life out there and invited the world in. So of course, when my life started to change and look a little different, the world started to inbox me. We haven't seen your man in a while. Are y'all still together? Are y'all still, what's going on? All of these things started hitting my inbox. And I'm like, here I am, snot nose crying, trying to get over the relationship and shit. And I got motherfuckers in my inbox talking about, you ain't seen it. I don't see him no more. Where he at? Is everything okay? And I just wanted to fucking scream. I was like, oh my God, I can't even fucking heal. Right? Because I got too many people in my inbox asking where this motherfucker is. Not one person is asking me if I'm okay, if I'm all right, if I need anything. All they cared about was, where was this motherfucker? The men that was jumping in my inbox. Oh, I don't see your dude no more. Nigga, bye. But that was my fault. I'm taking accountability for that. Right? Because just like I tell people, once you post shit on social media, it's everybody's business. Right? It's everybody's business. So I had to swallow that and get past that time. And I said, okay, learn lesson. Learn lesson. Before another motherfucker gets on my page like that, it got to be something. Right? I don't know. So we just got to navigate our life based on our learned lessons. Let's try not to repeat the same shit that we've experienced, the bad shit that we've experienced in our relationship. Let's try not to repeat that. Brandilla, please. Oh, I know, Brandilla. I know as far as you're concerned. I know you don't. I know that's right. But I'm just saying. And it's not always about putting on airs. For me, it was just hard to deal with the fact that people were in my business because I invited them in. Right? And it was hard to heal through a time because social media was there. They needed answers. And so sometimes social media can put a strain on things. And that's why I navigate and I move differently on social media. So when people look at my page, they don't know what's really going on in my life, because I mean, you do and you don't. You do and you don't, basically. Okay? And I do that on purpose because I don't need the hardship and the headache. I'm not trying to live up to nothing on social media. I'm really not. I'm just living my life. And some people hate the way I live my life out loud on social media, and some people like it. I don't care either way. Right? And that's how you should navigate your life. Don't put shit out there on social media or live that you don't want people to engage in, and don't live your life according to social media. I know it could be hard because sometimes, motherfucker, I be seeing these proposals on social media. I'm guilty. And I be like, damn, I ain't getting no decent proposal. I ain't getting nothing. Y'all already know how I feel about that. I be seeing motherfuckers on there taking care of their women's cars, and I be like, damn, don't nobody do that shit for me. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. But I still make sure that whatever life that I'm living is my life organically. And I think first we need to identify the red flags in ourselves, right? Because we're quick to try to figure out what the red flags are in other people. We too have to identify our own red flags. And so I'm working on that. Nobody on here told me what red flags they see in me. So that's a good thing. That means none of y'all see no red flags in me. That's good. Nobody see red flags in me. Valerie said, Yeah, that's a bit intrusive. Give people grace. People are nosy. They got me good, Val. When I was separate, they got me good. My inbox was banging. They were like, oh, we. I was like, oh my God. Are y'all serious right now? It was a nightmare. All right. But I got through it. I understood it because listen, I put my life out there. Okay. I put my life out there. But we have to be honest with ourselves. What are some of our red flags? Stop attacking other people about their red flags. Figure out what your red flags are because I listen to people who are in unhappy relationships and I try to listen to both sides if I know both people. And what I find most times is that both people are accountable because both people ignore red flags because a lot of people are still falling in love with the aesthetics of people, how they look, how they dress, how much money they make, right? But they're not checking in on their emotional availability, their emotional maturity, their financial position, their core values. We're still looking at the pretty people, what's pretty to us. And we're like, that motherfucker fine. Oh, that bitch is fine. Her body slamming. There's more to the physical attributes of a person. We got to start going deeper into the core values. Wait, Val, you said people. Oh, I don't post my business either. People be wondering, what am I? Oh my God. I know. You know, it's so crazy because it's funny because a gentleman found me on TikTok that I used to work with. How many damn years ago? 15 plus years ago when I worked at another financial firm. I try not to say the companies that I worked at. I try to keep my corporate life separate. And he reached out to me on TikTok and he said, oh my God, Robin, you still look the same. And this is when I used to work in security administration. This is, I've always been a program manager / project manager as my career, right? But at one point, I changed paths a little bit. I was still project management, but under risk management in security. That's when I went back to school for my master's in security administration and criminal justice, right? Because there is a security aspect, not just a security guard that stands at the door, data security, right? Protecting the data. And so I did that for a period of time. And this gentleman happened to have worked in security administration. And he reached out to me and he said, oh my God, I found you on TikTok. He was like, you look exactly the same. Now, this is a coworker. This is not a person that I hang out with on a personal level. I've never been to a personal party with this person. We've only dealt with each other in the office. This person is following me on TikTok. So, Lord, a coworker, they see me in my rare forms. All right. And this man said, you are the same. Your energy is the same. And I said, I tell people that all the time. Like, he said, the way you are on your social media platform is the way you are at work. Of course, different clothing, right? But it's the way you are at work. And I tell people that all the time. And I say, oh my God, I'm so glad that people chime this same thing, because people wouldn't believe that I act this same way at work. I don't cuss as much. I do cuss, but not as much. Okay. But I'm like this. And he said, your energy and your personality has always been consistent. You've always been, energetic, always had a smile on your face, always was an outgoing person. He said, you don't seem like you changed. And I said, because this is who I am organically, right? And so this is a gentleman that I worked with 15 plus years ago. And so it was nice, to hear that, because I'm like, okay, it's every now and again, I like to know how people in the professional world see me, right? Because I know that I'm not the typical court profession. When I walk into the office, I'm a little different, right? And so I always wondered how people saw me. So I love when old coworkers that I've worked with pop up and say stuff like that. But this is why posting your business can be dangerous, Valerie, because old coworkers will find you, right? But he's not in the industry anymore, and so it doesn't affect my career. And I try not to do anything. You can't fire me for wearing a bikini and being sexy. I don't do anything that jeopardizes my job. Okay? And with that, y'all, couple of things to talk about, all right? First of all, it's Martin Luther King's birthday. Equality, established 1866. If you don't know your history, know it. These t-shirts I have, I may still have some in inventory. This t-shirt I did not sell. This is my t-shirt that represents the colors of the rainbow, everybody included. This just means equality for everybody. I ain't got time for the black, brown colors that they added to the flag and all that. To me, the rainbow colors is everybody is included in this equality statement since 1866, right? And we're still fighting for equality. And I say in your movement on a daily basis, okay? In your movement on a daily basis, remember that we as a community still have a lot of work to do. All right. We still are not equal on all levels, and we still have a lot of work to do. So even in this platform that we have where we're building a village, whatever we can do to contribute to society in a positive way, let's do that. All right. Even if it's us being accountable for who we are, how we interact with other people, growing and being better. That's a contribution to equality right there. Right. But if you continue to stay in your toxic life, then you are not for the village mentality, right? And so let's celebrate equality. Let's continue to build on that because we still got a long way to go. All right. And then some other things. Coffee with Friends, end of summer soiree. Well, before I talk about that, listen, we are January 15th, March 31st. Everybody need to send in their remaining deposits for the house in Galveston, $150. Some of you guys have a higher balance because of special accommodations that you requested. You guys know how much you owe. For all those others, please make sure you are sending in the rest of your money for your Galveston trip. The monies is due by March 31st. If your monies is not in, you will forfeit your spot in the house, okay? Because RAW will not get stuck paying for the house, paying for the balance of the house, okay? If I have to do that, that's fine, but we'll just have extra empty rooms. And I don't want to do that, y'all, all right? So March 31st, make sure you are sending the rest of your 150 so I can pay this house off by April. Now, we are in planning mode. I should be posting the proposal, hopefully, by next week for our end of summer soiree, right? Proposal is the resort is Breathless, okay? All adult resort. If you don't know it, look it up. Breathless Punta Cana. Very easy. Google Breathless Punta Cana. Look it up. Get your pictures and everything. Once I have the proposal and the itinerary up, you guys will be able to click the links. You guys will be able to explore all the things in that area from the link that the travel agent provides us, okay? But for now, if you want to do your own research to see if you are interested in the trip, then go ahead to Breathless Punta Cana and take a peek around. It is adult energy. It is an adult resort. You probably going to see a lot of titties out and a lot of asses out, right? But that's okay because we are adults, okay? And that's the energy that I'm looking for. I'm looking for adult energy. We're not traveling with kids. We're traveling with mature adults, okay? And so with that, also read up on Breathless. They normally have theme nights. So the time we're going, I'm going to try to get a list of events that's happening at the resort so that if there's a white night, you know that you have to pack white. If there's a black night or a green night or a neon night or whatever the fuck it is, I will try to make sure we get a list of events that's happening at the resort because I try to incorporate Coffee with Friends events in with some of their stuff. Now, the last resort we stayed at didn't have all those events, so I created my own white night, my own pockets of events, right? But at Breathless, they normally have theme parties, so I'm going to try to align Coffee with Friends activities along the theme so that we're not carrying extra clothing and shit. But we definitely will have a Coffee with Friends after dark in person, and we'll do it like how we did in Houston. we'll do it at the beginning of the trip instead of the end, because by the end we were hungover, sick, drunk, tired. Okay. And we were not able to pull off Coffee with Friends after dark. All right. And so that trip is August 21st to the 25th. Those are the tentative dates right now that I have requested. That's a Wednesday through a Sunday. There's a method to my madness. There's a method to my madness with the Wednesday through the Sunday travel. It's because airline tickets are normally cheaper when you fly around that time. So I'm just keeping all of that. And hotel rooms are normally cheaper with the days that I picked. Right now, normally if we do a Thursday through a Monday, it's a little bit more because, you know, Thursday, Friday is more. And then the weekend is more, and then Monday is more. But Wednesday, Thursday, I think we get a break on the monies. Okay. And so that's why I did Wednesday through Sunday. Okay. Because I want us to have a great time, but I don't want it to break your pockets. Now, there's going to be several options. We're going to start out with the base room. Okay. The base room might cost about $800-900 per person, double occupancy. Okay. Now, from there, you can go up. You can upgrade your room if you want to be elite VIP, or no, it's called what is it called? What is their elite called? I'm gonna tell y'all right now, because they have upgraded rooms that's called Exhale. All right, if you want an Exhale VIP experience room, which is, I'm going to try to go for the Exhale room because in Mexico, I went for the Elite Club. I'm going to try to go for the Exhale room. And so if you want the Exhale room, that's on you. There'll be several options of rooms and cost or whatever the case may be. You pay what you want. Okay. Single occupancy is always cheaper. That means you're sharing a room with somebody. But if you are single and you're traveling by yourself, then you're going to pay a little bit more. Last year, the Elite Club room was about $1,400 for double occupancy. I winded up paying $1,900 because I was there by myself in the room. So if you don't mind paying a little bit more because you by yourself, then fine. I might be by myself. Most times I will be. I don't have a roommate right now. Most times I will be by myself. So I'm preparing to bite the bullet and pay for myself. Okay. I pay too, y'all. This trip is not free for me. I know some people think I give all these trips and I don't pay. I paid my deposit for the Galveston house. I'm paying my deposit for all these other trips just like y'all are. All right. I'm invested in this too. Now, maybe one day down the line in the later years of Coffee with Friends, my trips will be sponsored, but right now they're not. So I understand the financial burden that some people might have that might really want to go on these trips. And that's why I do the payment plans. I try to be accommodating to all. All right. And with that, we have a couple of other trips that we're planning. June, we're supposed to be going to Virginia. We have, March is our rodeo. March 8th weekend is the rodeo in Houston, y'all. So get ready for that. All right. We have the lineup. 9 times out of 10, we'll probably be doing, Debbie is on a cruise right now. We'll probably be doing the rodeo activities on Saturday. I don't care who's singing, right? I just want to do rodeo. So we'll probably do rodeo activities all Saturday. Friday night, I'm going to put together an itinerary. Friday night, we'll probably do wine and cheese night. Okay. And plus, wine and cheese and plus night. Don't worry about what the plus is. The fuck. All right. Wine and cheese and plus night. We're probably going to have Friday night. I'll give y'all the address. All of that information will be on the itinerary. Saturday will be all the rodeo activities. Sunday, depending on people's itineraries and what they're doing and where they're going, we can have a breakfast, a farewell breakfast, or whatever the case may be. Right. Now, for those getting there on Wednesday and Thursday, Nakia, Valerie, some of us are getting there days earlier. There's some other activities that we plan on doing. Kia wants to go to, what'd she say, Foley Square? I don't know, someplace in Texas she want to go to. So we got to pick a day to go there. And then, then we just need a day to explore Houston. I don't the fuck know. We gonna figure it out, okay? But I'm getting there days earlier. Like I'm gonna try to get there Wednesday, because there's a couple of things I want to do outside of the rodeo. Okay. And so we'll have an itinerary. Okay. So we got a busy schedule. And then shortly after that, I'm going to be throwing out Friendsmas. Now, Friendsmas is Coffee with Friends Christmas, right? The chosen family spending the holidays together. We already have Friendsgiving planned in November. Friendsmas is going to be around December 5th. Okay, and that's going to be in Florida. Okay, so we're going to start working on that house. Once I pay off the house in Galveston, we'll start working on the Friendsmas house. I only have 10 spots that I'm accommodating for the Friendsmas house. Okay, and I think 6 of the spots are already taken. I know at least 5 are already taken. And so I might have availability for 4 or 5 more people to participate in the Christmas activities. I need to start working on that once the Galveston house is done. All right. And so with that, Coffee with Friends has a lot going on. All right. I appreciate your support though, because I couldn't do none of this without y'all. Okay. Cheryl said, listen, I'm trying to figure out what the definition of love is for some of my loved ones. Love has different definitions for people, a different topic. Wow. I think we need to talk about that, Cheryl. That's definitely a topic. I wrote it down in my book. The definition of love. I would love to hear what different people, what the various people say, how they define love. I would love to hear that. 1111. I got to give flowers when due. I know that's right. Thank you, protagonist. I appreciate that. Valerie said, yes, a few that follows me, they be telling me I haven't posted in a while. I post a lot. I still confuse the fuck out of y'all because my life on social media looked like a party and a slow walk. My life looked like a slow walk and a party on social media. Oh my God. I just love y'all. All right. And so tomorrow is another day. Guess what, y'all? My mama is leaving tomorrow. My mama is leaving tomorrow. She going back to Florida tomorrow. Okay? Okay. And so her flight is in the evening. They canceled her 3:00 flight and they put her on a different flight, 4:25. So I gotta check her in this afternoon and get her on her way. And then I'll be back to my normal daily shenanigans in this house. But you know, I'ma miss her when she gone. See, this is when I'll be trying to go back to Florida. But I'm gonna stay my ass here and do what I need to do because I definitely need to stay the fuck still for a while. Okay, I got a lot of shit to do for Coffee with Friends. I got a lot of shit to do, period. My plate is over full and I really need to sit down and do it. I got a large plate of stuff that I gotta do at work, stuff for my businesses, and stuff that other people are waiting for me to do for them. All right. And so I just got to get it together. I do. So now that my birthday celebration is over, my mama is leaving tomorrow, I could put my head back down in the works and try to catch up on some of the things that I'm behind on. Baby Jesus, I need help. Okay. Yes, she did. She enjoyed herself. She definitely did. All right. And so with that, y'all, I'm out. All right. I know me and my mama got some running around to do today. We're probably going to go to the grocery store. Maybe we'll go to like a TJ Maxx or Marshall. She said she needs some jeans. I don't know. I don't know where to buy jeans from. I just buy jeans from random places. I don't know where to buy jeans from anymore. So she says she needs some comfortable jeans. So I don't know. So we'll see what we can find out here in these stores and we'll go from there. But other than that, I'm out, y'all. Y'all continue to move with peace and love. All right. I will be back here tomorrow. I'm not going in. I know I normally go into the office on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but I'm not going into the office tomorrow because, again, I have to take my mama to the airport. All right. Brandilla, stay strong, girl. You sound like you know exactly what you need to do, and I have confidence in you. But a message to all of us. All right. Let's not only identify the red flags in other people, I learn to identify the red flags in yourself, right? Because we too are a work in progress. Okay. And so with that, I'm gonna leave y'all with some positive vibes on the way out, because you know what I say, no matter how low, you can still what?
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Go. This is Coffee with Friends, and I'm Raw to the Bone. Come back tomorrow, y'all. Let's spread this love. Let's build this village. Get this message on the way out. What?
Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in the
Oh,
grave.
Target.
Through the system, I don't
All right, I'll
wanna
take it to
be
Target.
saved.
Thank you,
Shit's my
Valerie.
way.
On the highway.
And in the driveway is a nice way.
Hey.
It's a grind through the climb, I invite you.
What?
You never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't come.
Hey.
Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief.
Hey.
They see with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never ran sitting no.
And I don't, y'all. Go. This is Coffee with Friends, and I'm out. Peace and love.